emotion that comes from passion, grit, pride, and respect. It's an unbridled force that makes you feel alive. Family forever.
It's another day in the wild, wild west. Las Vegas here in the bottom of the convention center, South Hall, adjacent to the Vegas Loop drop-off. It is Cowboy Commons, a brand new home for so many things that are great, like Garrett Yerrigan and his group of stuff. Garrett, how are you?
I'm well, Jacob. Thank you for asking.
Well, it has been an amazing week so far. What has been some of the great things you've done?
I've sat here in this chair. We've figured out that Uber Eats delivers to the red lot right outside our door. We figured out it is exactly 18 minutes with traffic from here to the Thomas and Mack Center. It's 12 in the mornings from the South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa to here. It's been lovely.
I haven't learned nearly as much, just that you can legally charge $14 for a single slice of pizza, and the Vegas Loop can be cost affordable for you if you know what you're doing.
You can also ask people to leave your establishment of food and beverage if they do not intend on spending $1 Benjamin.
A piece
Per seat.
So for a party of 3 like your family,
yes,
it is $300.
Yes.
So anyway, more to the point of why you are here. All right, even though listening to Garrett can be exciting and expensive, we want to draw your attention to the main stage where we have several important folks with us. Would you please make welcome the hoodied aficionado from Ponca City, Oklahoma, Justin Rumford. Thank you. Mild applause. Let the caption say that. Even though they're not working on the Cowboy Channel, they're still not. The unofficial Cowboy Channel group has brought that to their attention, and they're working on it. All right. The other guy we want to introduce to you, who makes up an exciting foursome of guys from San Angelo that have found success here in Las Vegas. Yes. Josh Hambone Hilton. Hello, gentlemen.
Are you done?
Are you guys good?
Are you kids good?
You got anything else?
I think we're good for now.
Oh, okay. All right.
That might have been one of.
We can keep going if
We
you like.
can.
No, actually, that was one of the
Please
most.
do.
That was one of the most non-degrading openings that Jacob has done in a while.
I don't know what's going on. You're actually popping. Yes, San Angelo is kicking some butt. 3-round wins. Got 3 more to go. They can
And
each
a
win
music
another
director.
one.
And a music director.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The local media at San Angelo is not remembering that, but it's okay. I'm not bitter about it. It's fine. It's all about those guys. It's fine.
As long as they keep paving the roads down there. I don't really care if they talk about you or not. They repaved Grape Jelly Road.
Yeah, Chadburn is redone.
Grape Jelly
You don't
Road.
have to wear a mouthpiece now.
Yeah, that was actually pretty bad. And as an unofficial, I stay at that rodeo grounds more than anybody there.
More than our grounds guys.
But you know what? Let me tell you something that did make me mad. I stayed in San Angelo for 4 days one time at the arena by myself. I was making sure that whole place was secure, okay? I made sure nothing got stolen. I made sure the bathroom and the show barn worked. I did all that, and then I invoiced his boss. I invoiced Justin Jonas at San Angelo Stock Show and Rodeo. Sent him an invoice for $23,000 for security for 4 days, and he never paid shit.
It'd be like that sometime with the larger committees.
And you know what?
You don't mind the free power and
Yeah,
You may say-
or the gate on that other road that's impossible to find once you've been drinking.
You may think $23,000 is too much, but I would tell you what $23,000 will do. It'll get you 3 days of fun at Resorts World.
That's right.
You know how many
As
pizzas,
long as you don't drink.
you know how many pizzas you can buy, piece of pizzas you can buy with $23,000?
How many times does 14 go into that?
a lot.
I don't know. But we had, I will tell you this, though. Last night at Rodeo Vegas at the after party, we had the Josh Abbott Band.
Mm-hmm.
They were amazing. Like, they were good. However, I learned something last night. Well, I already knew this about myself. I want to go to bed halfway early. By the time the concert gets over, I'm pretty peopled out, especially there, because I don't know what time the official time where people really start being drunk. But by the time that the concert's going, I get like these people like, hey, I met Josh Abbott one time in Austin. You think you can get me backstage? I'm going to tell him hi. All right. Of course I'm going to let a complete stranger use my pass when there's a camera every 16 feet. They are watching your ass there, ain't they, Jacob?
They are, yeah. That was a great Conor Reagan impersonation.
How? Connor was one of them.
Except you're like this.
Yeah. No.
And I will tell you this too. Me and my arch nemesis of the Zook nightclub.
Oh, I was gonna say
we finally.
That's a long list.
We squared off last night, and I think we are both at peace. And my arch nemesis there is the guy in the bathroom attendant. Because I'm gonna be blunt with y'all. I've been peeing for years by myself, and I've always got along. But the bathroom attendant there, when you go to wash your hands, which you need to wash your hands. But he's almost discouraged the hand washing because when you're washing your hands, this dude is there with a handful of paper towels. Then, after you take the paper towels, he literally puts his hand out.
Yeah. Tip. You can't even wash your hands without having to tip somebody.
No. And the thing is, like, okay, yeah, I'll tip the bathroom attendant if drinks weren't $38. You know what I'm saying? If I had extra cash. But what I'm saying is, like, the dude's not just standing in the corner, and if you feel like tipping, I mean, he is there. So I told him last night I walked in because, 2 nights ago, it cost me $15 to use the bathroom throughout the night. I'm, there for 6 hours. And so I walked up to him last night. I walked in the door, and I go, look, I don't like you. You don't like me. I'm going to pee in here tonight several times. And I said, it's nothing against your job, your profession, but I'm not going to tip you. I will get my own paper towels. And you know what he said to me? Nothing.
Yeah.
Stood there.
Well, you did give him $1, and then you go take his gum and take the mints.
No,
at least get something for
those
it.
cost.
Really?
Okay.
How about the Old Spice cologne? Does he have like Old Spice and Aqua di Gio or whatever it is?
They sell condoms in there, and it's a brand I've never even heard of.
It might be that Cody Johnson cologne. They're wrapped the same way.
No. So here's the deal. In the bathroom, hey, Jacob, here's a little Vegas trivia.
Vegas trivia.
Do you know how much a box of Marlboro Reds are in the men's room at the back bathroom of the Zook? 1 box of cigarettes. Take a guess.
I don't know how much they used to cost. What?
$25.
$50.
$50 for like the pack.
$50 for a pack, and I think there's 24 in a pack. I don't know. I don't smoke, but
I didn't know that you could still buy cigarettes via
Cigarettes.
vending service.
Cigarettes.
Okay. Another thing, and I know this because, like I said, me and the bathroom attendant have been butting heads for 7 days.
Over your need to use the bathroom.
Well, it's, yeah.
Think of what you could do if you was to get a permit with Clark County, rent a Porta-Johny, and put it right outside the Zook. You'd probably come out ahead. I know several people.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm sure Resorts World would go for that. Hey, I got an idea.
Well,
I want to put a blue box out there.
And now this is okay.
We're number 1 and number 2 business.
Okay, I'm going to put this out there too. And this is something.
Oh God.
This is something I said. I probably shouldn't have said it.
Go get your clown card.
No, because you can't just pick those up.
So I'm going to say this is the last thing I'm going to say about the bathroom attendant.
Please.
He says.
I know.
And Jacob
if we
won't come
agree
in.
with you, can we move on?
Yes. I said, before me and him had our disagreement, I was going to buy a pack of Trident gum. Okay? A pack of Trident. You know the green?
Yes.
There's 5 pieces of gum in there.
Okay, so now you're prorating them.
They wanted $15 for a pack of Trident gum.
So $3
a
for a
stick.
piece.
That's a terrible deal. So I said to the guy,
Figure out how long they keep their flavor, and then you can figure it out by the minute.
I said to the guy, I said, Jiminy Christmas, that's too much for some gum. And he goes, we like to keep it classy around here. I said, what? He said, we're classy in Vegas. That's why it costs them. I said, you're classy? I said, there's a museum across the street called Puppetry of the Penis, okay? And y'all seen that by Resorts World.
There he is.
So
Have
I'm
you
like,
been?
No.
Oh, God. Rumford's going to be hosting a watch party at the Tropicana next year, so just...
I would
In a
just,
t- in
I would
a
just
tent.
I'd just like to jump in here and say we have now, according to the recorder, went 10 minutes and 18 seconds and have talked about nothing but Rump's bathroom experience with another man and a male erotica museum.
And he
So,
says he barely complains.
barely complains.
I'm just saying.
first
Us
10 minutes
together,
of every
me
day.
and Rumford have never had the dynamic where we're together, like ever. Like we do Sykeston, right? And that's the only one that we ever do. And so we've been together for a long time now. It's a lot of negative energy
No.
about what stuff costs.
But I will tell you this. Now that me and the bathroom attendant know where each other stands, I feel like the rest of the NFR is going to be great. Back to you, Hambone.
Anyway,
All right.
Hambone, so the point you were making a minute ago, San Angelo, y'all have found a lot of success. The Harrises and Dylan
Yep.
and you and
Dylan,
and the rodeo's great. Things are wonderful.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
all that energy's coming from up there on the podium where y'all are at. It's awesome. So go with that.
Yeah, we're going with that. Actually, I want to go to, you said Sykeston. Congratulations to them. They went to 20,000 added, and really, they went up 25% in their added money. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Rodeos, $10,000 added rodeo per event used to be a really big rodeo, and now that's pretty average. And so things are trending in the right way, but it's a fight to get those good contestants, and you're in that top, I don't know, 40. Things are pretty.
Well, that's what
Pretty good.
That's what Donnie Gay said on the pre-show when he won around at the finals. His first year, it paid $1,100, and he thought he'd never see a poor day. Now we're paying $33,000 a round. Just amazing.
I'd like to do the numbers though, like what a gallon of gas cost when he first won the NFL. You know what the really.
I still think you're doing this. You're still doing that quite a bit.
Well, yeah, of course, but
I mean, hell, when I first started coming here, and I think it was 11, it was 18,000. So
I wonder how much
look at that jump.
Wonder how much it cost to tip a bathroom attendant in 1980.
It was about the same. I mean, that's pretty much stayed commensurate with modern day bathroom rates.
So everything has went up. The prize money, of course. Look at Bradley Miller.
You know what?
That's what's cool. Bradley Miller, by winning these rounds, he's got at $33,000 a whack. It's got to move up, but I think they said the average paying out $86,000, which is just immaculate.
I want to every rodeo committee that is pondering hiring Justin Rumford to remember him complaining about how high priced things are right now. Okay,
That's why my price is high.
you put that in your pocket and you hold on to that.
Well, this is the ultimate
Hambo,
no-spin area.
you price gouge everybody. Ask Chuck Kite.
Worth it. Okay. Should we get into it? Should we get in the show today? I see.
As we
I
often
see one of
do
our
at the
one of our
1301
guests
mark.
made it today, so I'm so happy. Yeah.
It was getting bad. So
It was- I'm gonna-
it was starting to be like Katrina, and we realized it was too late to get out. So
I want to bring on our rodeo of the day. It's part of the WCRA community, is what we'll call it. Conglomerate. It is the world representing the World Championship Junior Rodeo. Let's welcome Dan Wall and Sammy Miller.
Everybody cheer
Jacob.
for that. Everybody out
Jacob, and music.
there. And music.
And music.
Speaking of money, we're going to cut your pay for being late on that.
Oh, y'all? Yeah, come on up.
Come on up,
Grab a
everybody.
seat. Grab a microphone.
Yeah, you get to pick your chair. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sit down. Sorry about the...
Pour a chair out. Ron.
sorry for the feng shui up there. They like to sit as far away from you as possible, toward the middle, guys.
Oh, no, we got to go that way?
Just a little bit.
Move that way.
You're fine now.
I thought you meant middle of the
Lakin says
table.
you're fine now.
Oh, shit. Okay. How y'all doing?
We're good.
I don't know how to follow that. I mean, that was 15 minutes of pure joy right there. We had
Welcome to
our
our
own
world.
Resorts World experience the other day. We had to take out a loan after we went to dinner over there, so I feel your pain, bud.
No, I'm with you. I'm coming in, Rump.
Which
We
I'm not.
didn't have that problem in the bathroom.
Sorry,
by the
we're not
way.
sponsored
Not
by
the
Resorts
girls.
World, so
Yeah.
I hope.
Oh,
no connection there.
I love
No,
resorts.
you're
World.
good. You're good.
So
It's a beautiful property.
yeah, sorry,
Yeah, it's
sorry
beautiful.
about the intro, but hey, this is RümpChät. It's real, raw, and uncut. And if I have a problem with, are there bathroom attendants in the women's restroom? That's the last one. That's the last
I
one.
went to 2 restrooms when I was there in the 3 hours that we were there, and I never saw a bathroom attendant. It could have been because it was late, or because they were all focused on the men's bathroom down by Zook nightclub.
Yeah,
I don't
you're in the
know.
nightclub. They don't have them in
That
regular
could have been
Rump.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
Women
yeah.
don't pee on the floor, so they don't need an attendant.
That's
Dan,
not-
that's a good point, actually.
That's not true. You should see my Aunt Jan at Christmas. That's a whole nother story.
It comes in the genes, right?
It's on my mom's side. It's crazy, but we're so glad to have you guys on here for Rodeo today. And we've been throughout the week we've been getting to highlight some of these great events, and we're just talking about the money and with WCRA and the juniors and all the stuff when you talk about financially what rodeo has been able to do. Corpus Christi, 17,500. The Women's Rodeo Championships, $1.25 million. I mean, it's just amazing what you guys have all come together to put together for what is growing everything. You think about this. 15 years ago, there wasn't the youth involvement that you see out here during the NFR. And you guys have been a big part of
We were
that.
just talking about that the other day. It's part of the reason we created the World Championship Junior Rodeo, just to provide another opportunity for the youth of today, literally to showcase their talent, become the stars of tomorrow. But you're right, in the last 15 years, the opportunities have exploded. And we'll get into this more with our other guests. I credit a lot of that. Cinch has always went, and they're the title sponsor of your
They
guys'
are,
event.
yeah.
And they've always went after that younger group, and it's coming. I mean, when I was in, I don't even know when like 96, I got Cinch patch and wearing it on my hat and this and that. And you saw it at the high school level and then junior, and now those people are, those kids are rodeoing now, and it was genius that way. But they've always supported the young, and it's awesome. Here it looks like you guys, 215,000 guaranteed up to 400,000.
That's just added to 15.
That's just added.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Estimated $400,000 payout based off of last year's numbers.
Right. I'm glad you brought up Cinch, because usually it seems like sponsors get kind of pushed at the end and, let's thank our sponsors. But this rodeo, WCJR, would not have been possible without the support from Cinch and Montana Silversmiths and a long, lengty list of a lot of other sponsors. But we really appreciate Jessica and Rachel at Cinch for coming on board and supporting those kids. Everybody benefits from that, and hopefully we know our partners do too.
It's awesome.
Jessica was part of the brain trust that helped us create it, come up with the innovative format and all of that. But, she's always been there taking that McDonald's approach. Get those kids hooked early. Kind of the same philosophy at the Lazy E. We have a tremendous number of Western events at the E, obviously, but most of them have a youth component or an all youth component. So we take the same philosophy.
And I want to tell you this though, when you talk about a mecca of rodeo, like the Lazy E, what it has done lately, you haven't probably been there for a while, but the with everything new, with the new outdoor arenas and all the additions that have been made, you talk about Rodeo Central, you could literally have any kind of event there and have room to do it.
Well, that's our goal. Have you seen the new updates?
I haven't, but I will be going there for IFR this year. We're going to be doing RümpChät at IFR.
That's
so
exciting.
I went through there a while back when my nephew Jace was roping, and he was roping in the covered arena right outside. And growing up at the Lazy E, like I've literally been there since it opened. My dad was part of the Timed Event Championships from the day it started. Going over there with Benny Butler when I was little, and he was partners with Ed Gaylord, and Ed had that house that he stayed in when it was brand new right there. And so, I feel like I've been a part of that family forever, but, it is.
Mom still is. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Well, but I also hold the record. I think we told you last year, I went streaking across the Lazy E. And
that visual
when I was in
Let's go
college,
again.
when I was in college, I ran across there completely in the nude for $175. I did.
What
And
would
it's
it
not
take to
a
do
big
it
deal.
now?
I'm not doubting you.
How much would it take to do it now?
Oh,
What do you think?
With inflation.
I'll pay him
I mean,
175 to not do it.
I got these bad knees, or I would, but seriously, it's just amazing what the Lazy E's done.
Oh yeah. Well, I've grown up and watching the Bonanza.
Oh,
with
yeah.
The Lazy on TNN. You know, I mean, it's a legendary venue. It really is, and all the going to the junior events or kids events, it's families, right? They're bringing the whole family. That whole family's got to eat. Well, the local economy benefits from that. Hotels, if they don't have living quarters, and taking advantage of that's great, and it's awesome they have a place to go do that. But
real quick on that
yeah.
too. It's also one of the only places I believe you can go rodeo all week long, however many days. Bring your horse, your rope, your saddle, all your kids, and your fishing pole. You can do all of that right in one spot, which is what Lazy E is. You know, it's such a great rural setting. It's not downtown in the middle of concrete heaven, and it's the best place to come and be.
You know, I was laughing at this, though, as I looked at these notes. When I junior rodeoed, if you won, you got a ribbon.
yeah.
Or a halter or a bucket.
Yeah.
you look at this. Some of these payouts, junior time event added purse, $80,000.
Yeah, I mean,
That is just nuts.
Go big or go home, man.
you know,
Yeah.
and I like how you incentivize it. Like, you enter early, you get $100 off your entry fee per
There's
discipline.
so much competition out there, and mom and dad have got money out all the time with entry fees. Not only if you enter early, but also there's a payment plan. So if mom and dad will come and spread that out a little bit, make it easy on
Really?
the pocketbook.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
so, I mean,
amazing. I did not know that.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
either. That's awesome.
Just try to do something to help families out to spread some of that cost out over
Well,
the
I
year.
mean, the cost, that thank God that these things are paying out good, because, I mean, you think what it cost if you rodeo low budget. You know, you can't find a good pickup for.
Yeah, is there such a thing anymore, Rob?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
think those two go together.
I think the only way you could rodeo and low budget is like some of the bareback riders that buy a used minivan and go 4 deep, you know.
Yeah.
But like, you know, for the time event deal, a cheap pickup's $45,000. If you have any kind of living quarters trailer, you're at what, 60,000? Decent horse,
That would not even
15,000.
60,000 for a living quarters is not going to give you much for living quarters.
Well, no, I'm saying like, you know.
Maybe a used 3-horse.
So I think that is so awesome that there's a payment plan. Do you guys take two-party out-of-state checks, by the way? Okay.
If one of them's got your name on it, yes.
Okay, hear that, Ashley? We can enter the girls.
You know, talking about what's unique about it, though, when we created it, we talked to a variety of people in the industry about, you know, there's lots of youth rodeos out there. So let's do something a little bit creative, something different, something that would provide a stepping stone from the youth format that they're used to, 2 rounds, you know, and a short, to the more innovative formats that are going on in the Pro League now and stuff that WCRA has been doing. So we created that concept now where you qualify out of the rounds, you qualify out of the aggregate, it's progressive into the semifinals, then you qualify into the short.
How confusing is that all to keep track of?
Well, it's really not if you got Casey Duggan out here. I mean, he keeps it all in his head. So, yeah, it's all good.
Because, I mean, that's a lot when these youth events, a lot of golf carts.
Lots of golf carts. None in the lake recently.
None.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, now the kids ride those little, not hoverboard, little, where they lean, the
They
little
are.
two-wheel
They-
things
They're
or
like
whatever.
that, yeah.
It's crazy.
That's
You
how
and I would break our
That's how
backs.
Randy Corley almost died at Austin this last year. Was from a hoverboard accident.
So that's it's July 22nd through the 26th. Tell us like the qualifier series and stuff like that for these kids.
Right, just jump on the WCRA website. There's 3 ways to qualify. So one, you qualify off the leaderboard. So if you're nominating all year long, okay, the top 12 from the leaderboard, then you can win a qualifying event. Those are those events that are, I can't name them all right off the top of my head. Or just come and enter the open entry. And so that's what makes it unique. There's multiple ways to get into the event, and then there's multiple ways to qualify as you progress from the rounds into the semi and into the short.
So they can also, and you also have an open entry.
Yes, sir. Right.
And if you do that, that's what we were talking about, the early bird. It's like March 17th through the 31st, get $100 off. Late entries, July 9th to 17th, only $50 off. Payment plan options, April 1 to May 1. I mean, it's just,
And I would
it's just brilliant.
I would tell this to all the parents out listening to RümpChät, to all the kids, well, hopefully not too young of kids that listen to RümpChät. Be sure to check this out, because if you want to maximize your rodeo dollar, this is the events to go to. You want to end up in Guthrie. It's centrally located. It's a beautiful facility. There's room for everybody. Like, save your money, go to these good ones, make some cash.
Wow. Well, the other thing, families have been rodeoing all year long. Most of those big rodeos, they have to check. You have to check in early in the week. You got to be there for the whole thing. You may only run 3 times. Our deal is you can check in the day before your event. You can arrive. You don't have to be there, 7 days out. Just because families have been on the road a lot. It's taxing enough on time, money, just mom and dad's relationship. Had that this morning with my wife, but trying to get ready. But
trailers
that's
get
another
tight.
story, right?
Trailers get tight.
Yeah, I hope she's not watching, because she's going to slap me when I get back.
She's going to shop even more now.
Anyway, we just tried to make it easy on the families all the way through, from the check-in process, the qualification, everything.
How much staff does it take at the Lazy E to do these big youth events?
Oh, we have 125 full-time.
Wow.
Full-time. Wow.
And lots of part-time
Over
staff
400
just
on the
come in.
part-time.
Yeah.
Part-time.
Man.
You need
Yeah,
another
but-
gig? You
No.
But Dan,
We thought we could offer bathroom attendance at
Can
the
I be
E.
the
We
bathroom
can.
attendant?
Make
Yeah,
people
that
ride
would be
home.
perfect.
Walk into the
Yeah.
men's restroom and see Rump right there and hand out paper towels, one hand.
Yeah, but Rump would creep him out, because the guy would be going in the bathroom and he'd be like, "What you working with here?"
The bathroom attendant there, he's okay. It doesn't matter. But thank you for the job offer.
Yeah, you bet. You bet.
Hamon, would you be my backup assistant? We could just sit in chairs and make fun of people while they wash their hands and then they tip us.
July 26th. I think I'm booked.
Oh well.
I think I'm booked.
Well, be sure
But
to check these
it'd be a
guys
good place
out.
to go.
Go to the website WCRA
Yeah.
Rodeo. Check out and nominate your youth rodeos.
Y'all,
All the money that's up.
It's crazy. I mean, junior time event added per discipline for the time events, 10,000. Riding events per discipline, 15,000. We were just talking about that being a huge pro rodeo. I mean, not too long ago, and this is for junior rodeos. It blows my mind, y'all. It's crazy. Yeah, 215,000 added. Impressive.
Yeah, round of applause for these guys, everybody.
And it's just helping. I mean, we need bareback. We were talking about this the other day with Casey Field. We need bareback riders, right? And this is cultivating that group that's coming along to show them that, I don't know. So when they get up there, they're more seasoned to the competition, and they're more seasoned on the pressure of competing. And I just think it's awesome what you guys are doing.
Yep, for sure.
Before we jump out, can Sammy give us a little plug on all
Absolutely.
if you haven't been there, when you come back for IFR, you're going to see a lot of construction changes going on. So give us
Absolutely,
plug that
Sammy.
a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you haven't visited Lazy E Arena in a while, we have a 30,000 square foot event center that's being built right now. Just finished the concrete. And along with that, another outside covered arena that's attached to that. Everything attached to the main arena. So we'll have a lot of space for additional events after the rodeo, parties, after parties, RümpChät, all of that. We
east
built that
parking
for
lot
you. Yeah.
is now connected to the building. There's two climate-controlled connectors to it. So it's the new addition is almost as big as the original Lazy E.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
More permanent barns, permanent stalls. When we're all finished, we'll probably have close to 1,000, if not a hair more than 1,000 permanent stalls at Lazy E. So no more temporary tents and circus atmosphere. So
But we
it'll
are
be
building a
great. It'll
new
be great.
washroom, shower, and washer-dryer facility. So another opportunity for an attendant.
The attendant,
Right.
I love where your head's
These are
at, Dan.
family friendly.
Dan's got
so
it
you-
going on.
You can actually lock the door behind you. That's rump proofing you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lock the door behind you
Yes.
when you go in.
You good in there? Need a hand?
I'll be right out here if you need me.
How many times have you used the restroom in the tunnel? Be honest.
At the Lazy E?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can
like
you
a
get any
million.
idea?
So many times.
So you've literally left your mark at the E, correct?
I have, I stayed in that tunnel the year of during the tournament finals when the ice storm came
Ice
through.
storm? Yeah.
And we kept all the calves and steers in the
Inside?
tunnel.
Yeah.
And my dad forgot me. And so I just, Because we were
I don't know
staying
if
in
it's called
Edmond.
forgetting, Rump. It might be
Didn't
called
look for
left.
you.
I
He
stayed
did
in
not
that-
look at you.
Yeah, he didn't forget you.
I stayed in that tunnel in a lawn chair. Me and Boots. So it was a good
It
time.
didn't scar you at all, did it?
No, it was actually quite warm, but there, you get a couple hundred head of livestock in a small tunnel underneath some bleachers. And you can do whatever you want.
Wow. Well, congratulations on everything on the
thank you, guys.
facility.
Yes, thank you.
Very
Thank you.
impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you for being our rodeo of the day. We appreciate your support. We believe in your cause, and we really hope that all our listeners out there be sure to check them out. Get your kids involved. Go to Lazy E. Buy a ticket. It's awesome. Thank you
Very
guys
good.
so
Thank
much.
You.
Thank you both.
We
both.
appreciate
Yeah,
you.
we appreciate you.
We appreciate you too, Casey. The brains.
Yeah.
You look at Casey and you say,
Casey's yeah, go ahead.
you look at him and say, that is
Good to see you.
that is a fine-looking individual. And then you think, he's also a lot of brain. He's not just brawn, he's brain.
Yeah. There's a lot of madness in that mind.
Let's go to our Hoxie Implement. Next guests of the day, brought to you by Hoxie Implement of Hoxie, Kansas. Your local place for Case IH and Kubota since 1962, family owned.
Family owned.
So, Hambone, introduce our next guests.
Well, this guy, he is, all this madness, he and his team put all this together. It's insane what they all do. And also that little thing going over in the hay barn over there at the Thompson Mac, they're pretty responsible for that too. But let's just get him up here. He's our dear friend, the greatest networker in the history of people networking. Ladies and gentlemen, Las Vegas Events Zone, Bo Gardner. Yeah, we'll bring him.
Hey, Bo.
In a second. Hi, buddy.
Come on in, Bo.
I was hoping you were going to play Going to the Chapel.
That's not for another couple weeks.
I'm looking forward to that.
Before we do anything, I gotta get dressed appropriately here. So just want to make sure I want to dress the part.
You want
You want us to dress the part?
I don't need that. Anybody have a hoodie I can put on?
Yeah, untuck your shirt, please.
Don't do it, Bo. You look nice.
Bo, you're always the best dressed guy.
And second of all, I got something for you guys here.
Oh.
This is so you can go buy a pack of gum in the restroom.
Oh, looky here for the bathroom attendants.
No, you don't understand, Bo. He's
Thanks,
really
Bo.
he's really going to take this. He really will.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to hold this. I'm giving it back to you.
He did-
No!
Okay. Well, let's also
crummy
introduce
bastard.
our other guest.
He really would take it. You know that, right?
I would.
people?
I don't give a shit. I'll take it. Bo's my friend. We can do that. Our other guest will be up here with us too. She is my friend, our sponsor, somebody that I call to and complain.
Our confidant.
Our buddy, Jessica Wahlert with Cinch Jeans and Shirts, Miller International. Ow! I'm sure she is just extremely tickled to be up here.
Yep.
After hearing how we opened. But
Well, we were told she wasn't going to make it. So we obviously knew where we were on the priority list.
You're high on my priority.
Garrett, turn her on. Jesus.
Come on, Garrett.
Come on,
You are high
Garrett.
on my priority list, but I didn't think about not coming.
You
Did
were high on
Tricia
your
help
priority
you?
list.
Yeah,
Trisha gave
helped
you a
me.
big push this morning?
Yep, she
Good.
did.
Oh, did we get that? Okay. I just had that thought. Anyway, I want to start with Bo. Tell us, like Cowboy Christmas. I mean, when did it start? Actually, do you know? It was before you came.
It's called BB before Bo. but,
Okay. So since you've been here, the growth though is
Yeah.
insane because it was just the first floor, correct?
That is correct. Now we're in over 940,000 square feet plus the tent outside.
Almost 1 million square feet.
it is 5.7 miles from here to the front door.
Actually, Trish said it's 0.3 miles. She walked it yesterday.
She was at the other end, and she has Garrett's location. She looked Garrett up, and that's how far it was.
I have Garrett's location too.
But it is massive. It's nuts when you think about what this place does. What you guys, this whole room here. Well, the first time I talked to Bo, he's like, I got this idea. It's going to be awesome. He sends some of the way they want to do the stage, and he says, what do you think? I'm like, Me and Hambone literally started at a picnic table outside the Tropicana. Of course, this is going to be cool.
We're game. Yeah.
What do you think, Jess? You coming back next year?
Yeah, I think we'll do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell your friends, come on by. But I mean, it's just crazy. But like this area here, like these were the doors we used to drive in here. The live stage used to be right here, and the very first arena we put up was over here. Yeah. And since I've been blessed to come aboard, I mean, this just blows my mind, the growth. And now you've got I don't know what that is out, 500 by 200
48,000 square feet.
Tent that the Junior World Finals is in.
Yep.
And I remember Bo, first time he called, he goes, hey, we're going to do this Junior Finals, Junior NFR at the time.
It is now.
It is, well.
Starting in January,
we're
changing the name.
They finally woke up. Okay.
Yeah. I heard it on Tommy Joe's podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, you were on Tommy Joe's? Wow, we usually have a 6-month rule that you can't be on our podcast.
6 months?
Yeah. We got to let the...
You don't get a lot of guests.
Let me have the 20 back.
Yeah, let me have the 10. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Bo goes, we're going to do a junior NFR. And I'm like, you are insane. Do you realize the parents and the horses and the nagging you're going to get? Yeah, it's going to be great. You know, Bo, because Bo, I envy him. He is, as much pressure is on this guy, and as much stress, he's always smiling.
Always positive.
Always. And I don't
Just
know
like
how.
me, Bo.
But anyway, obviously you know what you're doing, and it worked out great. And
can't do it without people like you.
Oh man, well you're the staff. I mean, and I do love that LVE, which I got a text last night from Diana says that I'm dead to her because she wanted to come on before Bo. So sorry, Diana, but. Anyway, she's
not as fun.
Probably not going to get my check. So anyway.
Yeah.
But you're the whole LV family. You truly like family, and I love.
Yeah, there's only
awesome.
16 of us.
16 people put on this, the NFR. I mean, there's multiple events through the year, but that blows my mind. Yep. 16 people.
And I will also tell you, everybody that works at the NFR is paid. We have 0 volunteers.
Yeah, everybody. I don't care if you open a gate, push steers.
Yep.
That
was
paid.
one of our ideas too, the Preferred Pusher.
Yeah.
Your brother.
Yeah. See, it's the networking of this man. You need to meet Bo if you're in any business anywhere, if you deal in money, you need to meet Bo Gardner.
I got to tell you my Bo story though from when I first met him years ago, when me and you were out here, and we were going to go eat with you and Pat Christensen.
Yep.
And so I get a phone call from Bo and Pat, and they say, "Hey, we have a job opportunity for you if you're interested." I don't know if you remember this. And I'm like, "Whoa! This kid from small town Abbeville, Kansas, is about to have a job offer from Las Vegas Events." And so we go to the LVE office right here in town,
Yep.
and they call me back into the room, and I'm like, I'm officially the coolest bastard alive, and I can't imagine this job offer. And Bo and Pat are sitting there like, "Hey, are you busy during the NFR?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, would you be the Santa Claus at the LVE booth?
Oh, that's right.
And they were dead serious. And I was like, "Oh."
Wah, wah, wah.
I was like, I don't know.
You gotta
Still
start
the coolest
somewhere.
bastard alive?
I did not feel like the coolest bastard alive. Do you remember that, Bo?
I do.
And so, but the worst part is I called my family. I'm like, "Yeah, I got this meeting with Las Vegas Events, and it's a job offer." And so, like, I get out, my mom and dad, they're like, "How'd it go?" I'm like, "Ho, ho, ho."
I'm trying to find. I'll find it sometime.
Wait,
I
I
never
remember
took you up
another
on that
job
offer.
that you were offered and did very well at. You were introducing folks on the stage in the Cowboy Corral.
Yeah.
And we paid him with drink tokens so he can have his Coors.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yep. I remember that. That was so, I guess, in a way, do I work for LVE? Kind of.
Yes.
We're all family.
Yeah. And then Jessica with Cinch, of course, you know, this is my 14th year with Cinch Jeans and Shirts. And it's so cool to see people in the arena because it doesn't seem that long ago, but It was not long ago where if you wore cinch, you were fined. You could not wear it in the arena. You could not wear it hardly anywhere. And a lot of people, like, I was talking to somebody the other day about that. I'm like, years ago, you couldn't do it. I got fined. This is when I knew that I loved cinch. I got fined $1,000 in Denver.
Yeah, because he cut the C off a cinch patch, so it says an inch, thinking that that'd get away with it, and it didn't.
That didn't work.
That's
super tricky.
I put inch on my shoes so it would describe how long Hambone's nose is. And anyhow.
Speaking of long nose, did you see Nate Justice's nose make that save last night?
No. But I got fined $1,000, and David Dean, when he found out I got fined, he paid the fine. When I was the alternate at the NFR in 2015, before Cinch was a part of this, as the alternate barrel man at the NFR, you have no contract, you have no motel room, you have nothing to do with. You don't get a credential. They call it
jacket's the only thing you get.
You get a jacket and
you can't even come in the building.
You get a jacket and $1,700 to be the alternate. We had the Cinch shootout at the Orleans Arena, the Boyd Gaming shootout, brought to you by Cinch. So I, of course, was hired to work that. So, it's not conflicting. Like, if you're a contract personnel with the NFR, you're not allowed to work anywhere else. I was not a contract personnel. 2 days before the NFR, our horrible, terrible representative at the time called, and he goes, you have to make a choice. Either you're with Cinch or you're with Pro Rodeo. And I'm like, are you being for real? And they said, well, you can't work that because, that nullifies your spot. It goes against your contract. I said, there's no contract. There's no contract. He says, it doesn't matter. You can't do both. 15 stock contractors from the NFR had stock at the Orleans. Bobby Marriott and Matt Twitchell picked up at the Orleans. The next 3 guys on the list, Chuck Swisher, Nathan Harp, and Wacy Munsell, fought bulls. They were the next 3 on the list. I got singled out because of the Cinch deal. So they pretty much told me, you either have to pick if you're with Cinch or if you want to be the alternate. And I said, bye.
Yep.
And so in the lobby of the South Point, a member of PRCA walked up to me, took my coat from me and my check.
I'm sure Jessica got you another coat.
For 17, my NFR coat. So they took my check and my coat away from me. And when David Dean from Cinch heard that, he sent me a check from his personal bank account and wrote a note that said, I'm sorry that happened to you. Thanks for riding with the brand. So now we have more Cinch people in the NFR than ever before.
Yep.
So how many do we have this year total?
72.
72.
Is that counting contract personnel?
That does count you.
Yeah. And that was a dream. When you just tell me the other day, like, he wanted to go big, and you told me the other day, hey, you wanted to go big. Here we are.
Yeah, we've always tried to, pick up good athletes, but honestly, this year, it's not like we added a bunch right before the finals. Our team did really, really well. We've added a lot of people, a lot of talent out there, and a lot of people riding for the brand. But I think my first year was maybe in the 20s. I've been here 11 years. We probably had around 20 endorsees at the finals. So 72 is a big jump.
What did you start with, Dave? You came in were you handling the athletes? Was that your first?
I kind of did the first year. I just got hired in like a sponsorship coordinator position.
That's right. Okay.
Just taking in all the sponsorship requests and everything.
And now you're like the right hand. I love it.
I just work here.
Good.
I love it. So they get hit up all the time, right? Hey, I got a podcast, got 100 listeners. You want to come on board? And
can I show your card?
Yeah, Jessica's got a card. Jessica's got a card that she gives people, and I think it's genius.
Well, that's
it's her real email.
The thing about it is,
we shouldn't expose her like this.
in sponsorships, just like Alexis Bloomer put a deal on Facebook the other day, and she's talking about how many people hit her up. She said she gets like 90 people a week. They're like, hey, Bloomer should sponsor me. And, when she says no, she said, you would not believe how many people are horribly rude. Mm-hmm. Like, my daughter did this, and don't act like you don't have the money. And it's like she said, which was a very great deal she wrote, she's like, We wish we could sponsor everybody, but at the end of the day, you just can't. So Jessica's card, this is the great Jessica Wahlert, marketing manager. On the back, please do not contact me. That is the best. That is the best card.
I always go back. It's
Rachel-
so hard to do this. Yeah.
Rachel Hummel actually gets credit for that. She made those for me, but it's funny because at this point, being here this long, and Bo's the same way, which he's way better about answering his phone, but like I legitimately have over 100 unopened text messages from within the last couple weeks. And it's not that you don't want to answer everyone, but once the number's out there, that's most of the time that's the request, is trying to get something for free or get a sponsorship.
Or tickets to the NFR.
Or tickets to the NFR.
That is the, besides
I have
bathroom
7.
attendants.
Yeah, no,
Unanswered.
Bo's way better at this than me.
Besides bathroom attendants, that's the other thing that is my biggest pet peeve during the NFR. The NFR, since 1985, has been on the same dates in the same location. We know it's coming every year. Every year, and then every year you get to the finals. Hey, buddy, from somebody that you talk to when you're in high school. Hey, buddy, my mom and dad, my 2 cousins are going to be there tomorrow. Any way you could get us 4 plazas all together? Sure, like.
You
y'all,
think we get that? Imagine them.
How many ticket, like, if you could put a number, how many people ask for tickets per day?
If you've ever been to the Thomas and Mack, the outside of our suite is busier than the inside of our suite.
That's
Really?
where I used to drink.
Yeah. That's why we have the largest food and beverage
That's right.
tab.
Yeah. All your friends gather. I don't even know how many. What's funny about it is most of the time it's just people trying to, for me, it's people that just want to go and don't know where to go to get tickets. But there's also a pretty good handful of people that, like, I had a request this year that came in the day before. They thought they wanted to go opening night. Well, they thought opening night was Friday, and they needed 12 tickets. So I had to try to come up with 12 tickets, which we did.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
You did. You made it work.
Well,
see,
between all the partners, we figured it out.
That's
but-
what's so aggravating is other people's, what does Alan always say? Your inability to be prepared shouldn't warrant me to change my ways or schedule, whatever he's talking about. But, I mean, it makes, so now it creates more work for you.
Yeah.
Because you
and
have
that's-
nothing else going on.
Well, that's what gets the unable. That's what's funny about the card. It's not that I actually don't want people to contact me, but it's like I might be in the middle of a different shitstorm at the moment.
Because you've got the trade show at the
South Point.
South Point. God, sorry. It's
okay.
all running together. So, I mean, there's so much. And Bo, all the partnerships with the hotel. How many hotel casinos?
This year we
partnering with you
have
guys?
28 hotel partners, and they're the ones that make this really happen. 114 concerts over the 2-week period happening in those hotel locations. So
You want to take that call?
Yep. There are Eddie Prefert. Should I answer this?
Nah. It's probably about my brother.
We have a problem with the Breeford pusher.
Yeah. For those who don't know, there's 2 living things inside the rope and shoot every run. My brother's usually the bigger one. So I've been wanting to say that for a while.
That's mom and dad watching on as their 2 boys work the NFR. One is pushing buttons, one is pushing cattle.
I never thought about that. It is pretty cool.
But back to the ticket deal. I had this happen. And one of my, Jacob, I'm not being negative. This is just life, so shut up. I had some people want some tickets, and they said, could you get some tickets? I just happened to have some from a guy that I knew. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I got tickets. Well, how much are they? I said, the guy wants $300 a piece. So, well, how much are you going to make off of them? Well, guess what? It don't matter. I'm not going to make $1. And, well, can I see the receipt? I'm paying in cash. And then I got 2 tickets for these other people. Okay, I got 2 tickets, and I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm like, yeah, you can meet me over here at Resorts World, whatever, So they don't call, and they don't call, and they don't call. So I call them like, hey, you're going to get the tickets? Man, we got to drinking over here. We're just going to go to a watch party. We don't want to mess with the traffic. I'm like, you bastards. Then there was a guy on Facebook that said, I'm looking for 2 tickets for the NFR. So this was last year, remember? And I took a picture of the tickets from the night before, and I said 2 tickets slightly used, $100 a piece. I did it as a joke. I said, here's some tickets. I don't get you, And it's a whole nother
You
story.
kept the money though, didn't you?
No, they didn't buy them.
Oh.
They didn't buy them because the guy's like, how much? I'm like, well, they're used, slightly used from last night. And he's like, well, how much you want for them? They're not
Still
for
never got
tonight.
it.
And then this thread starts going. I have to delete it. And then I get a private message from this guy. I'm like, it was a joke to my friends. It wasn't like I was literally trying to sell.
They're like gold. I remember I used to send you and Tim videos when I got my tickets in the mail, and I would like carrying it around like it was the Bible. And
he would go outside and get that FedEx truck and just sit there and come running in the house and rip that thing open. We have the whole video, and I want to hear the story, the real story. I know I'm getting offline.
No. That's what we do here.
When he proposed to Whitney.
Wow, Bo, that's really offline.
Wait a minute, but this is one of the best stories ever.
He tried to propose to Whitney one time in here by the California Club, but
No, you were in the bathroom and she was in the shower.
Yes, Bo, that is correct.
It was Hambo, Whitney, and one
my
bathroom
God.
attendant.
Wow, we are really. I don't see that on the notes. No, it's not
Do
on
you
there.
have notes? I don't have notes.
Yeah, I don't have notes.
Wow,
There is no script here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Hambo's caught off guard.
I a little. No, it's fine. Here we go. So again, like the NFR tickets, I had a wedding ring made, and it came FedEx, and I got it, and we had been working outside all day. So, and we were going to dinner that night, and so it was in the house getting cleaned up, and I was finishing up outside, and I got, and it came, and I was super excited, and this is going to shock some of you, I don't have really good patience.
What?
Yeah, I know. Shocker. And so I saw it, and I saw the ring, and so I went into the bathroom when she was in the shower and flung back the curtain and got down on one knee and proposed to Whitney while she was in the shower.
Don't you ever say shit about me after hearing that story.
It was the greatest shower of our lives. It was very nice.
Wait, you got in there after that?
Let's just say we ran out of hot water.
La, la, la. Oh, gross. Don't think of Hambo naked. Don't think of Hambo naked.
Here, this will help.
Oh, I don't think that's enough. That's $800 at Resorts World, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you think that was Bo? Did you have to ask him that? How do you know that story?
I told him.
He shared it.
I was too excited. I don't know. That was in October. Anyway, I think the tickets. Anyway, it was shortly after, and I told Bo we were having talks about things out here. But going back to the first you're talking about,
the first time
it was well worth getting off track.
No,
Right?
but
It's
funny. It's funny though because you bring that up because I had gotten at that time I was getting some balcony seats. There were good balcony seats. And so, but I had 4 and I paid. And it was part of my contract, and I paid for them. But just the ability to get them, right? But I paid for them. And Whitney and her dad were coming out, and this is when we were dating. And she still gives me hell about it. I made her pay for them. They were at that time. They were like $45 a piece.
I know I'm not getting that $20 back.
You always talk about me. That is terrible.
Rump, I was broke. Okay, and
that is terrible, Bo.
I probably should have at least comped her ticket.
I cannot believe. I don't even want to sit by you.
Well, but what got it was
give me that $40 back.
Big bear hook out of my face. So, but what's funny is Tallman and Boyd were announcing at that time, and they would ride in together, and I was staying at the Gold Coast, and Tallman would give me his parking pass. Well, it was outside the Red Room at the time. And so I got upgraded my rental car, because they didn't have the one I had, so they gave me a nice one. It was a Chrysler 300. Ooh. M, whatever that was. Anyway, so I go pick him up, and then we drive, and we're going around. Of course, Guy, if you don't know my father-in-law, he's a hoot, and he likes to, that VIP treatment. So we pulling around, we're driving around. Where are we parking? I was like, we're good. Don't worry about it. And we park, literally, our bumper's at the Thomas and Mack. And we walked in, and that sealed the deal. That sealed it.
I think
I won Guy's heart right there.
Parking tickets, especially here, parking even at the Thomas and Mack's probably more of a score than the actual ticket.
100%.
Absolutely.
So the guy from Jacob, you might want to pay attention to this. This is something that pertains to you. The guy that on the Vegas Loop told me that within the next year or so, the Vegas Loop might go to the Thomas and Mack, where you can take the underground Tesla to the Thomas and Mack. Is that true?
In 5 years, there will be 60 locations.
They're putting out back in Bronze Lot. They're
Yeah.
drilling, right? Isn't that it?
So think about that, Jacob. You can ride to the NFR for free daily. You know that Jacob defrauds the system, yeah. I don't know if you need to talk to somebody.
No,
else.
okay, I don't. It's fine. We're all paid up.
So is that? I mean, how is that going to? Is that going to go to multiple properties or?
I think the next big stop would be the airport, and then the Virgin, obviously Westgate. I know the Wynn. There's a handful of others, but I think that's probably next year.
Well, because with what you guys have done in this building, I mean,
That's why we put this here. That's why the convention center put this here, because of the Tesla loop and expanding that. This will be a huge entry.
because sometimes I think, how much bigger can the NFR get? Do you ever feel like that is?
It's all about the experience, right? I mean, when I started, our friend from Group W, he has gift shows. He has 3 of them. And the person prior to me thought they were our competitor. And I changed that. I said, they are our friends because they create the whole NFR experience, right? So people don't come just for Cowboy Christmas or just the NFR. They're here to experience everything. So now he is a paid sponsor of the NFR experience so that he receives assets that he can offer all of his exhibitors. So it's better to be friends than
Absolutely.
it is if you're going to grow, that's what you got to do.
And that's the one thing I was thinking about Cinch. Why I'm so glad that they're a part of this now, because I used to hate that when, Cinch was trying to pour tons of money into rodeo, literally tons of money, and people weren't letting them in. And that's what I thought for you guys, because I was like, why in the world would we not take money from somebody that wants to give it to us? Because they're our competitor. There's no competitor. I mean,
It's the small-minded mentality that they've finally moved past.
Bronco Dave Jennings always says, "Don't be afraid."
NFR playoffs.
Don't be afraid to jam to your own band. So I think it's
Yeah.
There's the NFR. It is magical. Even though I complain about the bathroom attendants and Jacob defrauding the Vegas Loop, I mean it is a fun place to be. And the Cinch booth up top is probably the best one, honestly, with three bucket machines.
Yeah, mechanical bull riding is a big deal up there.
Again, Cinch has been huge for the youth. It really has. I do have to tell you, though, this is braggadocious over here. In 1996, the year Cinch came out, I started with Cinch jeans, the Luke Branquinos, if you will.
Yeah.
It fit my
All
shape better, and I loved them. And I had a Cinch sticker. It was a little ribbon kind of thing on my hat. And T.J. Walters, who was, I think, the head of administration at the time, anyway, for PRCA, he used to ride bucking horses anyway. And he came to Sydney, and he asked one of the committee guys if I would tell that kid to take that patch off, and I didn't do it.
And he was fined $10,000.
Do it.
True blue right there.
Since day one. How about you, Rump?
I
saw a picture with you with all that Wrangler gear on.
No. In '96, I got my first pair of Cinch jeans when my dad was being paid a hefty amount of money to be one of the stock contractors at the IFYR in Shawnee. And Cinch, that was their first deal, so they give everybody on the crew, which my dad volunteered Jeff Rector and I to be on the Untie crew and the Holding the Goat crew.
That's funny. That's Garrett's job now.
Garrett's the Hold the Goat guy?
Do you hold the goats at the IFYR?
Oh, he's back. Okay, so hold those in reserve.
Is that true, Garrett?
No, thank you. I am the Rough Stock Arena shoot boss.
Do you set the poles?
I do set the pole. Yes, I do. That is in my arena.
What was funny is the first year Garrett wins Announcer of the Year, and it was awesome, this and that, we're all partying, and then the next day he's announcing the mechanical bull in the Cinch booth. And that is rodeo for you. It will humble you.
It's a very humbling sport, yes.
This is the best announcer in the world. All right, kids, line up to get on the mechanical bull.
But that's what makes him awesome. He's not too...
He's never too good
but
for
he's
any
not,
job.
Exactly.
But in '96, so Cinch gave 5 pair of jeans and 5 shirts to everybody on the crew. And it was so refreshing because, like Hambone, I grew up in the 13 MWs, which don't fit unless you're Josh Frost or Lon
Danley.
Danley. And so when I put the cinch jeans on, I'm like, it is so cool to be able to button my pants standing up.
It is a good feeling.
You know, and so, I mean, and they put that to the IFYR back then, and I remember everyone was like, oh my gosh. And like some of the kids that I talked to are like, yeah, these are cool because you can wear them to school and no one knows you're a cowboy. I'm like, what? You know, I guess in the city, but Fairfield High School was a little different.
Everybody knew.
Hey, speaking of that, you know you have one of the only custom pair of jeans that I've ever made, right?
The Weston Air pants. I got them in my man room.
Oh, you got those for Randy.
My wife really got upset with me because I found Ashley.
Do we have a picture of that?
We don't have a picture, but Ashley introduced me to.
Oh, there it is.
Oh God. How in the hell did? Okay, take that off. So Ashley introduced me to Hobby Lobby. It's a place in Ponca City.
They're everywhere, but go ahead.
Oh.
It's not exclusive.
It's kind of a chain.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so she showed me. God, I hate Vegas and I hate all of you. Shut up, Bo. So in Hobby Lobby, you can take anything in there and they will frame it. So I took some posters in there because Ashley showed me where you could go to get them framed. So I take some posters in there and I was like, how much to get these framed? And they're like, oh, $100. So I take a shit ton of posters for custom framing. It was $100 a piece.
How did we get here from
Yeah,
the
I don't
jeans?
know. I have no
So let me
idea.
get to that. I had those jeans with me because I was going to get them framed. It was going to be $625. And after I already spent $2,200 on stupid posters, I have not got the red jeans framed. They are in my man room.
We spent $625 on bleach to get those bleached and dyed red. So
$625, and you don't. They're in your barn.
But here's the deal. I just can't pull off red pants. I used to during the best 16 days of January, but now that I don't go to that place.
So true story. The reason why you got that interview with Santa Claus was because you were wearing those red jeans.
The worst part was you guys really led me in on that. I really thought you were going to offer me like a cool corporate job, not sitting in a booth. Hey, kids. I forgive you.
What were you going to do in an office?
I'm smart as shit, except for the whole Hobby Lobby deal. I didn't know.
the Hobby Lobby deal got you right there.
Well, I've never seen one except for in Ponca City.
Yeah, probably Ponca City was the original, I bet.
They're not quite as bad as Dollar General, but they're right there. They literally are everywhere.
I have no hobbies.
They're going to be in an exhibit space next to you next year.
Absolutely.
Exhibit space in here is hard to get.
So yeah, one of our back to Ponca City. I know there's only one of them, but like a good friend of mine that she sells purses and all kinds of awesome stuff. Merrick Hall from Ponca City. Like she wanted to come here and she couldn't get a booth because they were backed up. So she's at the Golden Nugget, I believe. Is that where another one is? And so trying to get in here. So me and my Hobby Lobby booth might not be able to be in here next year, Bo, unless you could maybe let us be in a ring. But on a serious note, and I'm not joking with you, and I've talked to you about this several times. And Trish.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's Merrick's Boutique. It's right over there if you're looking for
How
cool
much she
stuff.
paying us?
It doesn't matter. She's a great chick, Hambone. Give me that $40 back.
No.
So,
give me it to Bo.
anyhow, I had an idea. For the people that are not listening online, actually me and Trish kind of conglomerated at Garrett's wedding. I was really bugging Bo because right over there, for everybody that's here in the house, on the other side of that bar, you see all that room between the bar and Lefty Holman's mustache that somebody drew on, which was hilarious? I want to put a boxing ring up right over there. And I want to have a daily deal called Box of Buddy, where we have one fight right over in Cowboy Commons, brought to you by Cinch.
Are you two up first?
Oh, no, I'd beat the crap out of him. It'd be like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. But wouldn't that be cool, Bo? And all these people want it.
What do you guys think?
Trish, help me out on that.
You like it?
Yeah.
Good idea?
We had and Nard and I were talking. Nard had the idea to have Garrison Allen and Garrison Panzer box, and the winner gets to keep the name.
No.
It's a great idea, yeah.
Garrison Allen and Garrison Panzer box, and the winner gets to live with Neely and Garrett still. We'd like to thank Garrett, Neely, and, of course, Garrison, their youngest. It's always great that they're here. And your wedding is coming up, too.
Yes.
What are tickets costing your wedding right now?
Yeah, Bo and Tricia.
They're getting expensive.
Yay, there they are. Look at that beautiful couple.
Oh.
We actually have credentials being made.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. You're getting credentials at the
Ooh,
wedding.
do I get an infinity?
Maybe.
Yes.
So, and you guys,
do I have to bring my laptop? Am I still doing that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're having dueling DJs.
Dueling DJs.
Oh no.
in true Las Vegas fashion, Bo,
Yeah.
you guys are getting married at
South
the
Point
South Point
Showroom.
Showroom.
First wedding ever in the South Point
They've
Showroom.
had a funeral and a graduation, but never a wedding.
Quinceañera, they've done that too.
That is amazing.
Sweet Trish, one of the funniest videos I've ever been sent in my life
There you go.
was of this gal. So we all know Pendleton, right? And everybody's out in the grass. Okay. Well, it gets a little wild. Well, we gotta show this, the Pendleton video. Lakin, if you could throw that up. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah. Do we have the actual? There. Okay. All right. So, they all scatter. They all scatter. Well, there, Trish. Wait for it.
She's off on her own.
She's off. There she is.
Trish.
Oh, yeah.
Trish. I know it's not funny, but I watched that 14.3 million times.
Here it is again. Yeah,
It's so
look,
good.
she thinks she's okay. All right, I'm out of it. Then they double back. Here they come. Whoop.
Do you know what horse that is? Dancing Queen.
Trish, where were you going? Actually, Trish, come up here real quick. I want to do like on these shows where you tell us on the screen what's happening in real time.
Yeah, talk.
Come
talk
on up
to
The
here.
this.
best part
I
is
feel
she
like I
said
could
Wayne
tell.
Brooks was announcing the rodeo, and she's always had a hard time with Wayne because he didn't tell her to get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Everybody scatter in the peanut gallery.
Mind you, all of us as her friends are sitting there in the stands just watching her go,
So,
oh, shoot.
Jessica,
oh, shoot.
Jessica
oh, God,
sent
it's
me the
Trisha.
video.
Oh yeah, me too.
She
And
sent me the
she's-
video right after she goes,
She can't even breathe.
you got to see what happened to Trisha. And I'm like, oh my God, is she okay? That's what I said first.
So talk
No,
through
you
this
didn't.
as it happening.
Show us the
Is this
video,
roll-
Trish. Tell us what, okay, talk us through.
Well, usually I'm a fainting goat. If I get scared, I just stand there. And the one time I don't, really bit me in the ass. Literally. See, right there in that corner, I thought I was okay. And I kind of giggled and I was like, oh no, we're still going. And it took, so I was videoing myself too.
Yeah.
So from the time.
do you have that video of me?
Oh, yeah.
Can you send it real?
Yeah.
You got it
So,
too?
because the audio on it is
You were
so
videoing
funny.
yourself
Okay,
and you got
all right.
ran over?
Because it was Ty
We'll
Brewer,
get it.
who I've known my whole life, so I was videoing him, and then I never stopped it when I took off. So from the time I took off running to the time I hit the ground, it was 13 seconds, which I think is a record in Pendleton rec history. The longest.
She was actually working.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, yeah, you work. It does social media for various companies and athletes. So you were working.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you were just
Not-
out there having a good time. Well, I
Not
mean,
necessarily
having
during
a
the
good time.
bareback riding, but yeah.
You just wanted the feel.
When you
That's
were-
the magic of Pendleton.
But luckily, I had my hat shaper best friend Joe out there with me, so as soon as I hit the ground, that was fixed immediately.
He probably went to the Resistol first, didn't he?
Yeah,
Whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, whoa,
absolutely.
whoa,
No,
whoa, whoa,
he
whoa.
never asked if I was okay.
Yeah,
That did
no, it
not
wasn't
matter.
about Trish.
Trisha, what'd you do to your hat?
We live it every day, though. I mean, so.
We do
I
live
gotta
it
When
every
you, when
day.
you were running, were you thinking, I don't want to be the person that gets ran over? Like, you were out.
I just really thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
What was it, Gary? What's the?
Yeah, Gary
Rempel.
Rempel is the one, and so I took a screenshot of the video that she took herself because she's holding her phone.
And he's looking right at
I
me.
mean, his face is looking
underneath
down
of
like,
him.
oh, I'm gonna run you over.
I ran over a small blonde lady.
Yeah. Well,
I have it, but
he couldn't
Oh,
see you.
You know what? Just
My
send,
phone's over there
cataracts
on
are
the
bad.
put
table.
it on.
It's on my Instagram.
Send it to us, and we'll post it to advertise this show today.
yeah, we'll do. Because the amount of people that kept sending different angles of it was funny. And then when she got home and she found that she had a 2-minute video herself, the audio is funny because when she said she did that little giggle when she got to the corner, there's a different angle right there. She was like,
Did it hurt?
It not really. The
Oh
only,
wait, what? This is a different.
It's a different
this
angle.
is a better.
This is a who was it? It was
This,
Look at everybody. Whoop,
no,
whoop.
this is from Ty's wife, Kelly.
Yeah.
Whoop, get out of the
I
way.
think.
Get out of the way. Look at.
Yeah, see, right there I thought I was so good. It was not so good.
Oh God!
Why did you run to the middle?
Why didn't you go towards the fence?
I don't know. I just blacked out.
Oh my God.
The greatest. I did send it to a lot of people that we have a bunch of group chats with, and the best one back, Jade Corco was like, everyone was like, "Do we know the girl?" And I was like, "Trisha K. Price," and everybody started running. Jade was like, "What are you doing? Stay with the herd."
I got singled out.
You did.
That's how lions. That's
Haven't you ever watched The Animal Planet?
I would be a terrible sheep.
you'd be a shitty gazelle.
Oh my God.
Hey, stick around. As we to wrap things up, we're going into round number 8 tonight. The rodeo's been going on for 16 and a half years at this point. Pete Carr Pro Rodeo brings us this every day. What's your guys' sound opinions on this? Tonight from Pete Carr Rodeo, Brody Wells, who's had a very good NFR. Brody Wells, 650 uptuck.
Yep.
You guys got Brody? Anybody got Brody on their fantasy team?
No, I don't have a fantasy team.
I hope I do on the LVE game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bo, are you in the tattoo league?
He should be.
No.
You're not in the tattoo league?
No.
Oh, well.
That's why I only have, 6 unread messages.
That's right.
Taylor Broussard tonight, night faded, Pete Carr Pro Rodeo. I'm hoping good for Taylor. He's kind of had some hell. Crawfish man himself, Dean Thompson, who's had a spectacular NFR, working his way up. Dusty Rhodes. You know that horse? He's awesome. Big buckskin.
Yeah.
They've been 90 on that dude
It's
3
awesome.
times this year.
All Pete's stuff's awesome.
Josh Frost tonight has got Whiskey River, Pete Carson. Josh will ride this bull, not to be cliche, but I'm talking about this may be the round win tonight for old Josh Frost. So, round number 8, Pete Carr Pro Rodeo. 1, 2, 3, 4 animals. He's been to the stage a couple times this week, so we appreciate Pete. And we appreciate you coming up here. I'm really
Yes.
sorry we're making fun of you, but you know what? Allergic to idiots.
Ah. Is that a tattoo?
No. It should be. Hey, maybe you should
Those
get
are
that tattoo.
Thank you, Trish. Congratulations to you two. I can't wait. Me and my wife are coming out. Just the parents.
And
Front row.
If you want tickets to their wedding, go to lve.com.
Yeah. Tickets are, let's see, plazas are $150. A booth is $6,000.
Put my card back up.
Hey, do you guys need a bathroom attendant?
Yeah, don't call me.
What?
If you guys need a bathroom attendant for your
You
wedding,
know a guy.
I got a guy over at Resorts World that would do a hell of a job.
Zoop.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. But thank you, Bo, for taking time. We know a busy
Thank you
schedule.
guys for all you do.
And congratulations so far. I know we got a few more days. We're going to keep our foot on the gas, but congratulations to your team for putting all the. I mean, it's amazing. And Jess, thank you for being our confidant, probably first and foremost, our friend, but also supporting us and keeping our families clothed and all that. And just thank you for the support. And
Hey, and also thank you to Gold Buckle Construction, Dusty Grassi and the crew. They had to go home, but they've come on board this year. Once you guys get married, if you need a place to hang out, Gold Buckle Construction, they can build your dreams.
I'm trying to find. Is
Let's-
my Irish friend here?
We got to give
There
away
he
the
is.
bottle of Pendleton.
This Andrew. Andrew came from Ireland. Now this is cool. He loves rodeo and stuff. He was watching Dale Brisby on Netflix, and then goes to his YouTube, finds us, and now watches us because we're funnier than Dale.
Way
right?
funnier.
So that gets him a bottle of Pendleton whiskey.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Come on up.
You drink that whole bottle, we'll be way funnier.
Come on up. Just to prove that he really is from Ireland, like the country, not like Ireland, Texas, because there's always a town in Texas named
There's
like.
probably a Hobby Lobby there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know any Irish tunes? Like a drinking tune? Oh, something like that. I don't know. Whatever you guys chant.
I can't think if I know them on the spot.
What?
So what do you do in Ireland? What do you do?
I'm a carpenter.
You're a carpenter?
Carpenter.
Carpenter.
I know.
talk very
He
slow.
tried to. Okay, now do you have an American accent? Can you do like a Texas or something like that?
Yeah. Howdy. How y'all doing now?
That's good enough. Well, it's awesome that you came. So you and your wife?
Yeah.
You just decided to come to the NFR?
Yeah.
Are you going to the rodeo?
No, but we're going.
Do you want some tickets? I know some people.
Yeah, Bo's got 4
Slightly
gold
used.
buckles for sale.
Slightly used.
Slightly used, yeah.
But
No, we're
you've
just
been
watching it on the screens.
going to watch parties?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool.
Going to Resorts World tonight.
All right.
Yeah. I'll bring a couple of £100 for the bathroom.
I think that's probably good. Well, here you go, my friend.
Yeah, Andrew, it's a pleasure. Thanks for coming over, and that's awesome, and taking a little bit of rodeo back to Ireland. Awesome. Thank you.
Tomorrow on the show, Dusty Tuckness is going to be here.
Oh, yeah. I've also promised like 38 people they're going to be on. But Butch and Jeff Metters, Butch Knowles are coming on too. So thank you. 11 o'clock. My mic's cutting out. Chelsea's coming on here in a little bit. Hopefully we didn't push it too much. But anyway, adios.
Thank you, Jacob.